थन लगी बाछी को गौ पंगूरी है, थन लगी बाछी को गौ पंगूरी है, द्विद्वा द्विद्वा दूधी धार छूटी है। इसके भीतर है हम लोग प्रोग्राम इसके भीतर
When we speak of cultures, we generally mean cultures of peoples or of countries. We talk of the aesthetic culture of the Japanese, the spread of popular American culture, or the Indian culture which seems to have been lately transgressed against by all manner of immoral foreigners.
We as readers, as listeners, as livers, as people from a culture, confine ourselves to that culture in large part, thinking about the culture as if it is something important, something critical to us, something that holds us bound to a place and to other people. It is, I think, one of the downfalls of mankind.
I haven't crossed cultures. I haven't migrated. I have been occupied, colonized, and stayed put. I run counter to this whole trend of across cultures. And I certainly run counter to the wave of migrant writing, because I have written without any awareness of the presence of another culture to measure myself up against.
If you have a question, if you could put your hand up, ever the teacher.
Isn't culture synonymous with conflict?
Cultures have changed, and I would say for the better.
So unless society provides possibilities, and without language, one cannot, it's very difficult to acquire one's culture.
The cultural tapestry, the fruit salad, the melting pot. What function do you think these serve, if at all? And what do you think your function is in response to those?
When you close your eyes, you do not know that I am an American. You do not know that I am black. You do not know that I am tall.
I know you're an American by your voice, by your accent.
Wait, the words you choose.
If you close your eyes and plug your ears.
Okay, now I don't know.
Then we don't know you're there at all. I don't know if any of the panel has experienced this, but I'm wondering, how can you express that real loneliness to living abroad, and at that same time the almost insane desire to become a part of it?
I feel at home everywhere, and I feel not at home everywhere.
If this is really about the lot of an American writer, a lot of it is financial. It's also very hard to define an American writer because we have Eddie, we have Chris, we have Andre, we have Steve, we have Erica. Each does something different. Some things overlap that we do. If we were all Stephen King, it would not be a problem. But in fact, the growth industry in the United States at the moment is graduate writing programs in which people like me who need work teach other people how to be writers in theory. I mean, they claim to so do. And they therefore have MFAs and they're qualified to teach writing, and so they go out and it's kind of like the evil spawn. It just goes on and on and on.
My life in Calcutta was very important to my career as a writer. And since I'm one writer amongst so many, I can only speak about myself. And, Calcutta was a great place for hanging around. It's a very important part of a writer's life, to hang around.
Thank you. I'm sure everyone sitting behind me will agree that we're the fortunate ones in the crowd tonight for being here under the lyre tree.
I'm not really a poet. I'm an opera singer. And very few people know it, but I once sang in the chorus of the Royal Opera House in London. They closed down after that for 1 year, actually.
थन लगी बाछी को गौ पंगूरी है, थन लगी बाछी को गौ पंगूरी है, द्वित्वा दूधी धार छूटी है, द्वित्वा